Welcome to the Real Beauty Talk panel. This is the segment of the day where we get to talk beauty from that real down-to-earth perspective. And on our panel are three incredible young women who have been building followings through their YouTube and social media channels. And it's so awesome to have them here to really talk about their own journey to finding meaning, value, and acceptance, and to share some of their wisdom with you today. So we're gonna take some time. I'm gonna go through and we're gonna get to know each of our panelists a little bit more. And then at the end, we're gonna open it up for some questions from the audience. So be prepared for those. Okay. So welcome again, right here, sitting closest to me is Jade Lowe. Jade, how are you?
Hi, good, you?
Good, welcome. Jade, you are 14?
Yes.
14 years old, started her YouTube channel, incredible stuff from her. We have Jackie Wires, right in the middle, yeah. Jackie is 20, joining our panel. And we have Adeline Morin at the end there. Adeline's repping it at 18. Yes. All right. Well, so girls, how are you feeling? Like you walked into like this pink auditorium, lots of energy. How are you feeling today?
I was pumped because everybody was just cheering and they're so loud and I just love the enthusiasm in the room, so I was really excited.
Amazing. Jackie?
Looks super cool in here. I love all the pink and chandeliers. I want to live here, so it's a lot of fun.
I see so many beautiful, amazing people in this room, and I'm so excited to be talking to you guys.
Okay, so lots of love, lots of love. Let's get into it. So this panel is called the Real Beauty Talk panel. The idea of digging deep. You girls each post incredible videos. You know, you'll show some lifestyle type stuff, style, makeup, hair, all those sorts of things, as well as just some fun in between. What does it mean to you to be on the Real Beauty Talk panel? Adeline, I'm gonna start with you. What does it mean to you to be on this panel here today?
I really like this panel because it's something that I really like to do in my videos, where it's like, I like to talk about makeup, obviously, but I also like to talk about girls and having confidence and knowing that you are awesome inside and out, and you don't have to compare yourself to people like Kendall Jenner and all these other people, and that you're awesome the way that you are. And I feel like this panel is perfect. It's just the exact same as my videos.
Jackie?
I'm really excited to be here. I do a lot of tutorials and it's kind of instructional based, so I'm really excited that some of you guys will see me in a bit of a different light today and get to know me a bit better.
I'm definitely excited because I've never done something like this before and I never got to like interact with everybody, so it's very different and I'm just really excited to see everybody.
Yeah. So we're gonna go back the opposite way now. I wanna know about a moment, Jade, we'll start with you, a moment where you felt most beautiful. If you could pinpoint a moment you were to reflect like, yeah, I really felt beautiful, I felt valued, when was that moment?
Well, I obviously can't like pick a specific point, but it's definitely when I'm just being goofy and crazy because I'm usually outgoing and I just like to do crazy things. I'm loud and I just feel more open and like less awkward when I'm outgoing, so that makes me feel really beautiful because I'm free and I don't have to like worry about anything.
Awesome. Yeah. I love how we're getting the spirit for each answer. That's awesome. Keep that coming, girls. Okay, Jackie, how about you? The moment you felt most beautiful.
Recently, I took a trip to Australia and I'd never traveled by myself before, and it's something I really wanted to do and get outside my comfort zone. So I was sitting on the beach and I was looking at the sunshine and it really felt beautiful because I had never really taken myself out of my comfort zone and experienced a new place. So it was a lot of fun and I felt really beautiful just taking in the earth.
There were years, especially in my teen years, where it was like 13, 14, and 15, where I really, like, I didn't really feel that beautiful. And like, I always like pick-pointed at little things in myself. I'm like, my cheeks are so chubby, and like my eyes are so small, and like my eyebrows are so thin, and like I didn't like the way that I looked at all. And like, I'd always compare myself to other like people and models and all these other things, and I'd always feel like I'm in a competition. But then, like, This is so hard, but like recently this year, I just stopped comparing and I stopped competing and I realized that I'm not in a competition. Everybody's beautiful in their own way. Like some boys might think that girls with blonde hair and blue eyes are beautiful, but some boys might think that girls with like brown hair and brown eyes look beautiful. And like we're just beautiful in our own way. And if we were if we were all the same, then like how does that make us beautiful? Like we'd all be the same, and there's nothing that makes us truly beautiful inside and out.
Props to that.
So, kind of leading off that point, talking about those moments where you do feel down, because I think many of these girls looking at you are like, do they actually have moments where they feel down, where they don't feel beautiful? Describe. Let me know what those moments are like.
It's definitely when I just look at myself in the mirror, and sometimes I want to change things about myself. I always like pick out parts of my body where I just wish I could change. Like I wish I could be taller, or I had less chubby cheeks or something, and that makes me feel down because, I don't feel as beautiful as everybody else, but I've just learned that you are beautiful no matter what.
Back in middle school, I had an unfortunate situation where a kid told their parent a rumor about me that was very false, but it did go around the parent community, and it also went to the school community. And I felt very powerless, and the things they were saying really weren't very nice, and I wasn't being believed that what was saying wasn't true. And it really put down my self-esteem, and it took me a while to realize that I can choose how I want to view myself, and if I have confidence in myself, at the end of the day, what people are saying, they might forget about it, or they should wait and get to know me and choose for themselves, and that's all you can hope for. And it really took a lot of just years of building up my own confidence to get through that, but I definitely started to pick myself apart once I felt so negatively about myself. I looked at my appearance, I didn't like it. I looked at myself, I believed these rumors. I started taking on a negative reputation. And it definitely made me feel not beautiful. But I've been able to overcome it and learn to love myself, and I think that's what counts.
And so, to tie off that, Jackie, I wonder if you could walk us through what that moment looks like. So when you're having those periods in your life where you do feel down, we all go through these stages. What are some of your suggestions on how girls can manage and navigate through those difficult times? Where can they look for inspiration?
So what I did is I kind of changed my scenery. I actually did switch schools, but if you can't do that, just make sure you're surrounded by people who truly love you for you. So pick your friends wisely, make sure that you have a good support system. If you trust, an adult or your parents, your friends, if you can put trust in the right people, they can help you through it. And what I did also is I focused on my hobbies. So instead of being valued as my appearance, I was singing, I was drawing, I was doing art. So learning to, excel in my hobbies also really helped my confidence in that way as well.
Adeline, how about you? You were talking about some of those moments where, you had a rough time. What were the sources of inspiration for you?
My friends. I feel like what we don't notice is that everyone feels this way. Sometimes people feel crappy, and everyone's parents fight, and we all have bad times. And I feel like we just need to find those 1, 2, or 3 friends that you could just talk to, and I don't know, having someone to kind of relate to and to talk to and to get all of these things out and to just focus on the positive. I found that when I just started focusing on the positive, I love makeup, so I started wearing more makeup and I felt beautiful. I mean, I don't have to wear makeup to feel beautiful, but I don't know, I started focusing on more positive things and eating more positively and, complimenting other people. That even makes me feel good, complimenting other people, helping other people, and just overall just trying to be an radiant, positive little ball of person. I don't know.
That you are.
Yes. Now, Jade, how about you? You were talking to me about just some experiences that you went through in school, maybe socially. So why don't you describe what that moment was like for you and where your inspiration came from?
So in elementary school, I was bullied, and by my own friends too, which was what hurt me the most, because your friends are supposed to be there for you, they're supposed to have your back, and they didn't. So I didn't really have anybody to turn to, and they were like my only friends. So I've just learned that, you know, you have to put your trust into people that really care about you, so you have to be careful of who you choose your friends with, and yeah, so I've definitely learned to pick wisely because now I have amazing friends who have my back no matter what.
Amazing. I'm hearing some similar themes, you know, like having positive relationships around you with your family, with your friends, leaning on the people closest to you to help get you through those difficult times. It could be coaches, teachers, mentors. So I'd want to know, this is kind of like a fun-off question here, I'm wondering, what is one thing that people don't know about you? One thing that people don't know. Jackie, go.
Okay, I feel like if you're subscribed to me, you know this, but I'm obsessed with mermaids. I really love them. And there's a show called H2O that I watch all the time. So yeah, that's a little fun fact about me.
All right, I hear there's like exercise classes where you can put on a mermaid tail.
I bet I have one. I
You
have a tail.
one?
Oh yeah, yes.
This is the exercise regimen that we all need. Okay, mermaid tails, love it. Adeline, what's one thing that we don't know about you?
This isn't really something that I've ever said on YouTube or Twitter or anything, but I don't know, it's kind of hard to believe, but I'm kind of like shy. I don't know, like, people think that it's weird because I'm like always on YouTube and I'm like being weird and like, oh my God, I'm making makeup videos. But like, I don't know, it's just something that I've always been, and I love that about myself. It makes me different.
Jade, how about you? What's one thing we don't know?
I'm pretty sure a lot of people know about this, but like maybe some of you don't, but I'm very lazy. Like I just like to wear my sweatpants, lay in bed all day, and just watch Netflix. I like to eat chips and a lot of junk food, so that's something.
But you still find the motivation to do your videos.
Yeah, sometimes I don't post for like a whole month, which is pretty bad because I'm just probably laying in bed. But I'm just gonna be completely honest. Like I do have those times where I just don't post because I don't have the motivation, but I end up posting. So that's good.
So we're going to get started a little bit further. I have a couple more questions before we open it up to the audience. I'm wondering, we have a wide range of ages here from all different places around the GTA and beyond, all different backgrounds. What would be the one piece of advice that you really want the girls here today to leave with? Jade, I'm going to start with you.
I think it's just to remember to embrace who you are because for me, I make YouTube videos and obviously a lot of people at my school know about it. So, you know, sometimes they joke around and it kind of hurts me. It hurts my feelings. And sometimes it's just hard for me to keep going with it because everybody's always making fun of me, so I never know if I should keep making videos or if I should stop. But I've just learned to, you know, just embrace who you are, be unique, and it's okay to be different because it's a good thing.
A piece of advice I'd like to give to everybody is don't put your self-worth in other people's hands. If there's a group of kids at school that maybe aren't including you, don't keep looking for their approval. Find people who really do love you and will accept you, and then you'll have so much more fun with them anyways. And yeah, if you look within yourself, your life will be a lot brighter.
Is it okay if I stand? I feel awkward saying, yeah? I don't know. I just...
Should we stand? Should we have a standing section? Let's stand. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is working.
I just wanted to let everyone leave this building knowing that you are freaking awesome and that you can listen to Beyonce and like feel like Beyonce. You can feel yourself and you're absolutely awesome. And I love your brown hair and I love those girls that screamed in the back right there and I love everyone here and you're all awesome.
So I think it would mean a lot coming from you girls. A lot of us here, we're on social media. You know, a lot of us here, we're tweeting. They say that the average young person is now spending about 6 hours a day with different forms of media. I know, shock, I know. 6 hours, right? So that time, I'm always so passionate about talking to the girls about using that time on social media wisely. Any time that you have wisely. How can they be using social media or YouTube to inspire, to change the world? What does that look like? Adeline?
I feel like just spreading overall positivity in this world is so important. Positivity is so easily contagious. If someone sees your video and they're like, oh my gosh, this girl's so positive, I'm gonna be happy now. I don't know, stuff like that. Or going on your friend's Instagram being like, you look hot, girl, you look really good. Just making other people feel really good on social media is just my favorite thing to see.
Awesome.
For using social media, I think there's a lot of pressure on us girls for looking a certain way, and it seems like on Instagram sometimes the only career that seems to be celebrated can be if you're a model or, if you're a celebrity, and my advice would be to follow people who really inspire you. So models are inspiring, but so are inspirational pages and athletes, and just having a variety of messages coming your way that aren't all focused on the exterior, I think can really make a more positive experience, especially when you're growing up always seeing the same images.
I think social media is great. Sometimes there's a negative side to it because, there's those people every once in a while who comment mean things, but that doesn't really matter because there's more positive things to think about on the social media because everybody's just commenting on your photos, saying nice things, posting quotes and speeches that everyone just retweets and reads, and I think that's awesome because everybody's seeing it and it just adds a little bit of positiveness into their day.
Amazing. Now, okay, I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit here. How much having a sense of humor? Would we agree that having a sense of humor, laughing at yourself is probably an important thing? Not being afraid to be goofy, right? Okay, so can we hit it with a good song here? Because I think I kind of want to see our YouTube panel dance.
I'm ready.
Awesome moment.
We need a lip sync battle.
A lip sync?
Like Channing Tatum and his wife.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
Anything Beyonce.
Okay, that'll be the after party, the lip sync battle. Okay, girls, I want to open it up to the audience. I want to make room for some questions. We got our volunteers, awesome with the microphones. We don't have, obviously, time for everybody, but volunteers, let's start once you have a person from the audience, put up your hand, and we'll go to you for a question.
This is for Jackie. How long have you been on YouTube?
I've been on YouTube for 3 years, but the first year is pretty much privated because I was still getting the hang of it. I was pretty monotone when I spoke, so it's been about 3 years now.
I think that's a good question for all of you. How many years have you been on?
I have been on for 3 years. I started when I was in grade 6, so I was 11 years old, and my videos were so embarrassing, so they're on private as well, so.
11 years old, I don't even know what I'd be showing at that period of time. I feel like I was still obsessed with Princess Jasmine. It's like, hey! Adeline.
I've been on for 5 years and none of my videos are privated, so you can feel free to see me ugly. We're never ugly.
All right, next question. Where is the volunteer? Hard to see. Yes, volunteer if you want to grab somebody. Perfect.
This question's for Adeline. Have you ever been bullied for your appearance?
For my appearance?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, kind of. I don't know. My high school, the time where I felt like I was in that situation was when my YouTube girls kind of picked at me and made fun of me, and they were like, oh wow, Lunch was making YouTube videos, well, who's nothing now? You know? But like, I don't know. I have been bullied, and like I have felt like, you know, my outer appearance wasn't too great, but like, you know, just working on yourself and working on your career rather than, you know, trying to be popular in school or trying to make that other girl feel worse about herself. You know, I feel like focusing on yourself is a way better approach to bullying or being bullied.
Wonderful. We're going to move back to this side of the room. Who do we have?
My question is for Adeline, and it's, what was your first video on YouTube?
I think it's called My First Video.
That's pretty, you know, real.
Yeah, I was very creative back in the day, so I think I just like asked. I think I had 0 subscribers. I don't know why. I asked my subscribers, my 0 subscribers, what they wanted to see from me. I was like, I'll shave the stuffed animal. I'll do this. I'll do that. Yeah, that was my first video.
So at the end of the day, does it matter, the subscribers? Like, you know, we're talking about all these big numbers. You were doing this when you had 0 because why?
Sweet story.
We're talking about, you know, having subscribers, but you filmed your first video when nobody was following you.
Yeah.
Why did you film that? Why was that important to you to do that?
Because I showed it to my mom and my dad, and I was hoping that they would comment. I don't know.
Girls, I'd also like to hear from you, your first videos. Jackie, what was your first video on YouTube?
I'm not quite sure. I think it was a hair tutorial. I'm pretty sure it was a curling hair tutorial. So not much has changed. But yeah, I think that was my first one.
Mine was a Winterlicious tag from Mac Barbie 07.
Ooh,
So I answered questions, and yeah, the quality was just terrible. I filmed it on a webcam, and I was like a fetus. I looked so bad at that.
We're 11. You were 11. All right, where's my volunteer? I'm looking at this side of the room.
This is for all of them. What was the biggest obstacle you've ever overcome?
Ooh, good question. Any takers? Yeah, Jackie.
Sure. I think the biggest obstacle was what I touched on before about a lot of rumors being spread and feeling like I couldn't get over that reputation that was given to me. But because I dealt with so much negativity, I got to be very strong because anything people are saying, I knew who I was, and I've continued to project who I really am, and a lot of people have learned to love me, so it worked out.
Feels good to like put your real self out there and then just be, you know, love for who you are instead of trying to pretend to be somebody.
Hiking. I went hiking like in Niagara Falls, and it was like the scariest thing ever, and I thought I was going to die. So I'm very glad that I overcame that.
Why did you think you were going to die hiking? Where were you hiking?
It was for a geography trip for school, and it was like.
Where are they taking the children these days?
It was weird. We literally.
Where are they taking you?
No, we had to like jump over huge rocks, and if you didn't jump over it, you would like fall into the river.
Jumping over huge rocks, trying to avoid the river. Okay, that is terrifying. All right, girls, I want some more questions. We're getting there. We're getting some good ones from the audience. Yes.
Hi, this is for all 3 of you. I was wondering, what's the hardest part about being a YouTuber?
That's a really good question. The hardest part. You're all out there for the world to see on the interweb. What is the hardest part?
Should I go? I think the hardest part for me is making sure that I have a schedule so that I can post regularly, making sure that you're staying, you know, making sure you have enough time to film, enough time to edit, and especially I think most of us have upload schedules, right? Where we try to do 1 or 2 videos a week or whatever, and it gets hard to make sure that you get that video on time. So that's my biggest struggle with YouTube, I feel. But the rest is really fun.
Okay, girls, we want to keep down. I know everybody's excited. We've got to hear these answers. We have some great ones coming. Okay, Jay, did you want to address?
I think the hardest part is just making sure your videos are like good quality. Like I'm very picky about each and every single shot of my video. Like I have to make sure the lighting is good and like I'm not shaky. So I always have to like redo a scene like 500 times because I need it to be perfect. So I think that's very hard because it takes a lot of time actually, so.
I think the hardest part about having a YouTube is just not responding to the haters.
Yeah, tell me about that.
It's so tempting to be like, well, you know what, you suck. But like, you know, you just kind of have to like, just not respond. and then they'll get bored of you and they'll move on to someone else, you know? I feel like if you respond, they'll be like, oh, she responded to me, I'll comment more, you know?
We have this slogan in Girl Talk. It's haters gonna hate, world changers gonna world change. You with me on that?
Yes.
All right. Moving over, another question.
My question's for Adeline. How'd you get confidence to start your YouTube channel?
Confidence for me was just it was like a thing that I've been continuously growing. Like, obviously when I first started, like I'm still very shy, and you know, it's just, ever since YouTube, I've seen like my audience grow, and you guys just make me really happy, and I don't know. It's just like the confidence thing, it's not something that you get overnight. It's something that you just work on yourself, and you continuously try to achieve.
All right. We're gonna move over for one final question from this side. Wherever the volunteer is, may that person please stand.
What is the most happiest part of posting YouTube videos?
Jade?
I think it's just awesome making videos for people who enjoy what I do. It makes me feel like more loved because people understand and can relate to me, and I think that's just awesome. So that's why I really like making YouTube videos.
I love creating videos because I'm a bit of a control freak. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I get to be behind the scenes, on camera, and I get to edit everything myself, so I love all sides of creating a video, and also just connecting with girls all over the world. It's a really amazing experience.
I think my favorite thing is meeting you guys in real life, because it's like really weird seeing numbers. You're like, okay, that's cool, but like, I don't know, meeting someone in real life and like hugging them and like actually talking to them as a person is just really, it's like very special. It's something that you can't really describe. It's like meeting a friend that you like haven't even met yet.
Amazing. Girls, thank you so much for your questions. I want to summarize by saying, you know, we have a range of ages with these young ladies here. Just want to finish by saying what I took from this panel, and I appreciate that each of you were really honest and authentic, is that, hey, here's some people who, you know, have these followings online, sharing moments where they have felt down, where they have felt insecure. And that's huge for you to have the confidence to come up here and share that with everybody. And remember that they're real, they're human, they're just like all of us, and that they started doing their videos with no followers, no subscribers, because they love what they're doing and they wanted to share those messages. And I think that's the real takeaway from this, is that every single person in this audience can do the same. Be you, and the world will love you for you. Thank you so much. Round of applause to our Real Beauty Talk panel. Girls, let's dance it off the stage. Cue the music.
Is it all right if I take a Snapchat?
Yeah. We have a Snapchat filter. Yes, we do.
Guess who I'm here with?